Hello friends, and welcome to Turtle King Gaming, and welcome to Save the Date. I was looking for something to play for Valentine's Day, and this one kind of stood out. It's supposed to be really cute, and I'm not totally and completely sure what it's about, but it seems more like the dating sims that I've played before, so I'm just going to see it. Boop. Well, it already has really good music. Ring ring, telephone. Ring ring. Felicia, hello? Oh, you're early. You must be calling about tonight. I meant to ask where we were meeting. I know we were planning on having dinner, but we never decided where. Where are we having dinner? Oh, so this game is sort of like Groundhog Day, and so it's really focused on the kind of choices that you make. I'm not sure how that plays into. You could just restart the game and do the same thing, but I'm sure it's focused. I don't know, but it's supposed to like make you think about your choices. Nah, don't feel like going out nowhere. I like Thai food. Oh, I've never had Thai. That sounds fun. I always wanted to try Thai food. This will be fun. I'm glad you're excited. Are you ready to order? I think so. This picture of Pad Thai looks amazing. I think I'll have that. What are you having? Pad Thai is amazing. Yeah. Let's see. Yellow curry with chicken, shrimp fried rice. Pad Thai. Excellent choice. May I compliment you on your class and taste? What? Eventually dinner arrives and Felicia dives into her meal with surprising gusto. Oh, this is delicious. We should have done this a long time ago. I'm so glad we were able to meet tonight. Do you know why I wanted to do this? Nope. Enlighten me. Well, she actually looks flustered for a moment. What? That kind of question is a lead-up question. You expect them to say no. I've been really wanting to ask you, well... Sorry, this is hard to say. Felicia pauses for a moment and takes a deep breath. Really hard to say. I'm not feeling... Were there peanuts or something in that dish or something? Oh, I didn't know that she was allergic to peanuts. That seems like something as a friend I would know. I would have told her not to get the Pad Thai! I don't... Oh. She topples face first into her food. I killed her. I killed my date. The rest of the evening is a blur of ambulances and yelling, but somehow you feel like you already know that or what is coming. You're not really surprised when the ashen-faced medical technician comes to tell you that what you already basically know. Felicia had a severe peanut allergy, and it killed her! I really did kill her! Ah! This is a terrible start! Womp womp! Ah! I killed my date! Nobody told me that she had a peanut allergy, or I could have told her there were peanuts in the Pad Thai. That's something, oh my god! Like, if you have a severe allergy, you tell the people at the restaurant and ask them if there are peanuts in food. Okay, so, no, Thai food. Yaddis. Ring, ring, ring. Where are we having dinner? Well, tacos! I like tacos! Hooray for taco night! This was a good idea. Everything is better with tacos. I like this girl. She's so enthusiastic about everything. I've heard good things about this place, and I hear they got a new chef recently, too. That doesn't usually go hand in hand. And I, like, if you get a new chef, that you can't say that it's going to be good, because you don't know how the new chef is going to be. But that's the cynical side of me. I'm allowed to be a bit cynical. I did just kill my date the last time I played. And I really like how they're out on the docks like this. It's like we're eating right on the water. Where do you want to sit? How about, yeah, near the window. The two of you sit down at a table near a giant window where you can look out over the water. The sun is just starting to set and the waves are turning gold colored. The effect is quite beautiful. Okay, let's have some tacos. Do you have any recommendations? I hear their fish tacos are amazing, but I'm open to other options. What are you going to get? I'ma get the enchilada plate with the chicken. Tempting. But not tempting enough. Fish tacos for me, please. She's adorable. Haha, I hope I don't sound obsessed to you, but for some reason I'm just really excited about tacos tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not normally this obsessive, honest. I think you're adorable. Do you ever get like that? Obsess over some particular thing you want to the exclusion of everything else? Nah, pretty easy going. I don't know. I don't know if I should agree with her or... truthfully, I'm pretty easygoing. Yeah, I guess. Now I made her feel uncomfortable. Oh, what's that? She points out the window. Are those dolphins? I think those are dolphins. You follow her as she runs to the railing to look out over the ocean. It is dolphins! Oh, I'm so glad we came here tonight. This is so awesome. Have you ever seen anything quite like it? Once maybe. This sort of thing doesn't happen often. A lot, actually, every time I've been here. I'm excited. I'm gonna be excited with you! This is incredible! She gazes out on the picturesque scene for a moment longer, and then several things happen all at once. Whoa, what's happening? Too quickly for you to react. And yet somehow with agonizing slowness, the railing and in fact the whole patio. See, this is why I didn't want to sit on the patio, because I knew the patio would collapse. But we ended up on the patio anyway. Felicia tries to jump for safety as soon as she feels everything begin to move, but she's not quite quick enough. You lose sight of her in the churning water amidst all the debris from the deck. That was the last time you saw her. The currents near there are known to be treacherous, and they never did manage to find a body. I killed her twice! Oh my god! Let's see. We'll go out for tacos. Let's see if they have a free booth. You are directed to a booth, and the server server brings out water and menus. Okay, let's have some tacos. I'm gonna have the fish tacos with you. You've convinced me. I'll have them too. I'll agree with you. Oh, she does not. Yeah, I guess. So what's that? No! Damn! You're not supposed to see the dolphins! Oh! 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 If I've experienced the ending, oh my god! That's awesome! Actually, this is important. Take 2 steps to your left, right now. She turns around, obviously a bit surprised at your tone, but immediately takes a step to the left. What? Was I in the way? Or, holy crap! The portion of the deck where she was just standing abruptly collapses into the water. I was almost standing there. Holy crap, that was close. I could have died! I know! I saw you die! How did you know the deck was going to give and that it was safe over here? I was just making a ghost or a joke. I am actually a wizard. I'm actually sure I said. We looked it from a saved game. I'm gonna say that. Oh my god. Actually, this is probably the right one. Is there a quick save? Yes. Button. Thank you. What is that supposed to mean? I don't understand what you just said. What exactly do you mean reloaded? I mean, this is a video game. You died. I got a game over, so I hit reload so I could try different choices. I'm going to do this. I'm breaking the fourth wall so hard! That sounds kind of far-fetched, but wow, it would be nice to just be able to hit reload on our mistakes, huh? Oh yeah. So don't take this the wrong way, but I still think you're sort of full of it. Although I do appreciate the part where you know, saved my life and all, but I don't understand why you then turn around and give such an implausible explanation for how you did it. The whole thing just feels like one big setup or a super elaborate practical joke. Like, as soon as I do something embarrassing, like saying that I believe you, hidden cameramen will jump out and there will be streamers. And the next thing I know, I'm the next YouTube sensation, Gullible Girl, with 6 million hits. Okay, yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. Sorry. Think of a word. Okay, got it. Now what? Was your word synergy? No, it wasn't. How is this supposed to convince me? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I know what I'm doing. I reloaded from a save game. I mean, this is a video game. Okay, tell me what it is. What? Peristalis. But just asking me for it straight up isn't very impressive. It's not. I just needed to know for next time. For the next time I reload my save. I'm a crazy person. You should run away now. What do you think? You can just back up and reload your life every time you make a mistake? I can now. Okay, then go ahead. I think you're full of it. I've seen you make mistakes before. You live with them, the same as the rest of us. If you think you can just back up and fix everything, then go ahead. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Are you just going to sit there all night now, or what? I thought you were going to reload or whatever. I'm... There we go. I'm just waiting for an actual game over to make sure I haven't missed any important details from this conversation. What does that even mean? If I say game over to you, does that count? This is the weirdest dinner ever. Suddenly, you're interrupted by screams and the sound of a lot of things breaking. Your first thought is that there's suddenly snakes everywhere. Soon enough, though, you realize your mistake. It's actually just tentacles. Just tentacles. Countless tentacles coming from every window and opening, boiling up from the rolling waters beneath the restaurant. Not snakes at all, you think to yourself, as Felicia is pulled out of the window with a tentacle wrapped around her over a foot in diameter. Just a sea monster. That was the best story ever. Alright. Okay. Now! Okay. Okay, it was Peristalis. Can we move on now? What? How did you... That's really eerie. So okay, let's assume that I accept for a moment that there's at least enough weird crap going on that I should take things at face value. What's this about? You're a character in a video game, I'm trying to win, but when you die I get a game over. This world is a computer simulation. I'm kind of like Neo. I like this one. Oh, I guess that sucks for you. I'm not sure if you're expecting me to feel sympathy here right now, or what, considering I'm the one that's choosing to get you killed over and over. So now that I didn't die, does that mean you win now? I don't know! I've never gotten this far before! No, looks like you die on this branch too. Hold on. Where's the quick save button? There we go. I want this. Oh really? That's kind of crappy. Will you reload and try again? Yeah, probably. I still have stuff to try. That's good. See you around, I guess? Suddenly you're interrupted by scream. What? Oh my goodness. This game is adorable. I don't know. Well, let's make the best of it. I certainly support your goal of me not dying. What should we do? Let's go find someplace safer. Because apparently there's a huge sea monster about to attack here. You finish your tacos and head out. You haven't made it more than a foot from the door, though, when a car crashes in front of the restaurant. Unfortunately, you two are directly in his path. You are flung to the side, but Felicia is not so lucky. The ambulance arrives quickly, but she doesn't even make it to the hospital for succumbing to internal bleeding and a punctured lung. Whap, whap. Oh, dear. I hope so. Oh, okay. That's all. I don't even know. Let's go out for burgers. Oh wow, everything smells so good. Oh, I forgot. I went to tell her about pad thai. That's okay, burgers first. I had my doubts when you mentioned this place. It's out of the way and in kind of a sketchy neighborhood, but it looks great. I think I'll have the bacon burger with extra ketchup. What are you having? Oh, cheddar cheeseburger with bacon! Your meal is served and you both dig in. After a few bites, she stops eating and looks wistful. My dad would have loved this place. He would have been right at home. He really loved burgers, and this place has great ambiance. She sighs and pokes at her burger. I'm nosy. What happened to your dad? She roads her question with a brittle smile. He left Mom and me when I was 6. Oh. She looks directly at you for the first time since the meal was served. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dump that on you out of the blue. I'm just not used to thinking about him. I honestly don't know if it's ever come up since we moved here. Mom still tries to call him sometime, but it's easier if I just don't think about him. She gives you a much warmer smile this time. But enough about my personal soap opera life. I refuse to be upset in face of such delicious hamburgers. She takes another big bite out of her burger. So I've been thinking lately about school and what comes after. You can hear some kind of commotion coming from outside. Felicia cranes her neck to try to see. What's going on? Is something happening out there? It probably doesn't concern us. It sounded like someone shouting. Suddenly, there's a loud noise from outside, a succession of loud bangs, and a string of firecrackers going off. It takes you a moment to, oh, son of a biscuit! Drive-by shooting! Damn you, sketchy neighborhood! Felicia looks down in uncomprehending shock. I think I've been shot. Then, ever so slowly, she crumples into the booth. You're vaguely aware of more sounds of gunfire from outside, but all you can hear is Felicia's labored breathing, each ragged breath sounding louder than anything else in the world. It might have been minutes or centuries later when the ambulance arrives. A kind man with sad eyes loads her into a gurney and rushes off. He tells you not to worry and that everything will be alright, but you both know he's lying. You heard the ragged breathing stop. You saw the light fade from her eyes. Oh, this is sad! You never do find out what caused the gunfight in the street. Some gang scuffle or a drug deal gone wrong or something. All you saw was the terrible aftermath. Oh, that was sad! I don't think there was any good, thing, going on here. After a minute or two of poking her burger, she brightens up. She takes another big bite out of her burger. So I've been thinking lately about school. Okay, this is important. I need you to duck now. She stares at you blankly for a moment, not sure if you're joking or not, then awkwardly hunches over. There's a loud sound from outside. Oh my god, was that gunfire? Did you just save my life? What? How did you know that was going to happen? I didn't. I was just making a joke, and I guess we got lucky. Wow, that was some luck then. Maybe you should buy a lottery ticket or something. Maybe I should have you buy me a lottery ticket or something. Anyway, where were we? On with our fine dinner. Psh! Forget the gunfight outside. The rest of dinner is uneventful. She seems a bit spooked by her near-death experience, and you finish out the meal talking about meaningless trivialities. Suddenly everything goes white and you're flying through the air. What the hell? Then everything goes black. You find out later from the hospital that there was a gas explosion. Of course there was. Striking with the luck of the mindless, one of the bullets managed to hit the fuel line of the gas ovens. You're shaken and bruised, but ultimately okay. Sadly, the same could not be said for Felicia. The best that the doctors will tell you is that at least it was quick. But sadly, she did not survive. Son of a bitch. Why is this so hard? Okay. Talk about her dad. Duck. We're totally lucky. Let's get out of here. You're the one with the eerie hunches. Let's head out. Finish your burger and head out. You haven't made it more than a foot from the door, though, when a car crashes out into our... damn it! Pad Thai! Pad Thai has peanuts in it. Wait, for real? Oh, wow, I'm glad you told me. I'm actually, like, super allergic to peanuts. That could have been really bad. Actually, it was kind of silly how they found out. See, she doesn't question how I know about her peanut allergy. Nice! Yeah, this is probably, like, the least disastrous use of my reloading psychic skill. When I was little, I saw elephants on the TV and decided that I wanted to be an elephant when I grew up. So I ate some peanuts that my dad had left out. And my face swelled up and got all puffy, and I was convinced that this was me turning into an elephant, just like I'd planned. So I stumbled into the living room with my face like twice its normal size and slurred out, "Look, Mama! Look, Dada! I'm gonna be an elephant!" After I got back from the emergency room, we laughed about that for years. She looks almost wistful. But how did you know I was allergic? I don't think I ever told anyone at school. Oh. Now what? Oops. Save button. There we go. Lots of luck. On with our fine dinner. What? Why are there shiny pieces of metal flying everywhere? Your last thought is something like, why are there ninjas in a Thai restaurant? Ninjas are Japanese. But you are hit in the head with a nunchuck and everything goes dark. The fuck, ninjas? You never do find out what the attack was all about. Some kind of underworld power struggle? Oddly themed gang warfare? Sinister Naruto cosplayers? In the end, it doesn't really matter. 12 people died in the attack. Felicia was one of them. And you never found out what it was about. Oh my goodness. Let's get out of here. God damn it. How do I... Well, it appears that the only way to win this game is to not go out. Change the plans. We can't go out to dinner tonight. It is too damn dangerous. What do you mean, too dangerous? Is this some kind of joke you're playing on me? I can never really tell when you're joking or when you really mean something. Well, I was thinking maybe we could go... I know, because all dinners end poorly. Let's not go to dinner. If we go to dinner tonight, you'll die. I can't put it any plainer than that. You're in terrible danger. Come with me if you want to live. Okay, no, this is the less I'm a crazy person. Well, that might be fun after. But before we do that, I'm actually kind of hungry. We'll get drive-through. And you did promise me we'd meet somewhere for dinner tonight. So how about if we go to dinner first and a drive after? No, seriously, we can't do that. You might die. Fine. We'll do it. There is no... Taco night seems to be the best. Well, no. Let's sit on the patio. pasta salad. I do like mango. So she's gonna have fish tacos. No, I'm pretty easygoing. There's dolphins. Let me see. I'm a fucking wizard. Got you, I was just kidding. And then there's tentacles. Son of a biscuit. There's no way to keep her alive! What if I do? Actually, she seems hurt that you canceled your plans. When you see her the next day, she's friendly enough, but there's a barrier between you now. You have officially friend-zoned yourself. You remain friendly acquaintances, but that's as far as it ever goes. You never do manage to ask her to dinner again. Eventually, she starts seeing someone else. Years later, they have started a life together and are extremely happy. You try not to envy them, but sometimes you wonder if things might have gone differently. The end. You never even got a date. It was safer for her that way. Okay. We can't go out. It is too dangerous. You are in terrible danger. Come with me if you... I didn't notice there was a V before. Come with me if you want to live. Nice. But seriously, where are we getting dinner? No, for real. We can't go to dinner. It's too dangerous. Is this some kind of weird death threat? What's going on? You're kind of starting to creep me out. It's complicated, but no, I'm not kidding. You're in terrible danger and we need to get you somewhere safe. Look, there's not a lot I know about what's going on, but I know this. If we go out to dinner tonight, one or maybe both of us are going to end up dead. Okay, fine, dinner it is, but don't blame me for how it ends, though. This one. Okay, this is all pretty weird. I mean, you seem pretty insistent that dinner tonight would be disastrous. And I feel like I'd be an idiot for ignoring someone talking about me dying. But this isn't the kind of thing that happens in real life, you know? Oh my goodness, excuse me. Someone I've known for a while just coming up and telling me that I'm going to die tonight? I mean, what's going to happen? What makes you think I'm going to die? We're going to dinner, for goodness sake, not a war zone. That shows how little you know. What's in the worst that can happen at a simple dinner? I don't know. Tentacles. Or collapsing docks, cars, explosions, gunfire, bad things. Oh, you know, bad stuff. You might end up dead from a peanut allergy accident. You could get shot, drowning, like in the ocean. You might get hit by a car after we leave. Some of these places have natural gas, which, you know, explodes. There might be ninjas. Sea monster. Oh god, okay. I don't even know. You know, bad stuff. Ha, you worry too much. That's clearly not going to happen. I feel like that's for every one of those. Sniffles. Where did you even come up with that? Have you just been sitting at home today coming up with things that could go wrong tonight? Listen up, or lighten up. We're just having dinner. There's not a whole lot that can actually go wrong with dinner. No, really, you're going to die, and what can I do to convince you that this is a bad idea? Okay, let me turn around then. What can you do to convince me that going to dinner is a bad idea? Sitting here at home after a completely near-death experience-free day, it's hard to imagine that anything really bad are happening like you're saying. So what can you say to make me believe that actually I'm in terrible danger and somehow you're the only one who knows anything about it? I know that... There we go. Wait, what? Yeah. I know that you still miss your dad and used to fantasize about getting him and your mother back together. There we go. Why would you even bring that up? And how do you even know about that? Have you been talking to mom or stalking me or something? I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with you digging around in my personal life. Yeah, I figured that was a bad idea. I think I'm going to call off dinner tonight. You've at least creeped me out enough to get out of dinner, at any rate. I'm going to find something myself. We'll talk more, tomorrow, I guess. After a few moments, there's the sound of an airplane getting closer and closer, followed by one of the loudest noises you've ever heard. What the fuck? We didn't even go on the date. She still died. The TV in the background switches to an emergency report about the plane crash and fires that are happening right now. Even before the news confirms it, though, you have a pretty good idea exactly who the plane crashed on top of. You didn't even get to have a date, and it still ended in disaster. Jeez. Okay. Peek around and over. There's a pause, the sound of someone rifling through pages of a book. Okay, I'll play along. Not sure what this will prove, though. I have a book here. I've just opened it to a random page. Now what? Tell me what page you're on. Okay, are we doing some kind of fortune cookie thing here? I'm on page 144. The first sentence is, "What's pulling wobblers mean?" he said. Not sure what that says about our future, but there it is. So now what? Actually, I think I know what. I think I'm going to go have dinner. I think you've successfully convinced me that we shouldn't have dinner together. I'm just too weirded out now. We'll talk about this later. This has all been very strange. Airplane. Airplane! Oops. Gosh darn it. Quick load. There we go. There we go. Okay, you open a page. Now, see, if I were her, I'd be creeped out, like, where's the hidden camera in my bedroom, you creepy person? There's a stunned silence for a moment. How did you... Are you looking into my room somehow? Good. I'm glad that that's the first thing that came to her mind, because that should be the first thing that came to your mind. That's really not cool, okay? Really not cool. I think we're done here. I am not having dinner with a weirdo stalker. Good night. After a few moments, there's down the airplane. Son of a biscuit! I don't know how to win! Not much, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of the problem I'm running into. I'm sorry, this is all too weird for me. Airplane! So if she stays home... I don't know how to win! I don't know how to win! How do I win? If you go to dinner tonight, you'll die. I'm not trying to make a joke. You're in terrible danger. We need to get you somewhere safe. I mean, you seem pretty innocent. And you might end up dead from a peanut allergy. I don't... Oh. I don't... Probably doesn't concern us, and then she dies. Okay. I don't know how to win. I'm pretty sure that I've done everything I'm supposed to. Let's see. Okay. I don't think that the food choice has anything to do with anything. So duck. Okay. I'm sorry, just making a joke. I don't know if I can win. I don't know how to win. I came really close. That one. Let's see. Pad Thai has peanuts. I'm reloaded from a save game. Let's see if that ends the same way. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I need you to help me. Yay, good. All right. This is the best game ever. Okay, I need you to help me solve a puzzle. I think I know what to do, but you keep accusing me of being a crazy stalker. Seriously? You're serious? What in the world were you doing to make you think you were a stalker? I told you things I picked up from other save load sessions, but you figured I must have been stalking you to know them. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I am pretty paranoid, and if you dumped that on me all at once, I'd probably freak out. I mean, I'm kind of freaked out as it is, but I think I'm at least to the point where I'm willing to accept that something weird is going down, you know? So I guess the trick is, how do you convince me to trust you in a hurry? That's kind of a tough one. I guess you'd need to be able to tell me something non-threatening, but also mysterious enough to pique my interest. So even if I wasn't sure how you did it, I'd be interested enough to play along, huh? And if I'm calling you a crazy stalker, then it would need to be something that you couldn't possibly know, even if you were stalking me. So, let me think. This is hard. I'm thinking probably something about her dad, but let me see. Maybe. No, I don't think that would work. I wrote most of that in my diary. Oh, okay. And of course, Mom and I talked about Dad quite a bit after he left. Sorry, I'll keep thinking. Maybe. Oh, I've got an idea. I had a sort of secret name for one of my favorite places. Actually, it's up on Moores Hill, outside of town. I don't think I ever told anyone this, but in my head at least, I always called it the local Hogwarts pickup shop. I may have had fantasies about being carried off to Hogwarts when I was little. Don't judge me. Anyway, I'm nearly positive I never told anyone about it. Will that do? Perfect, that should do the trick. Yay, I'm glad I could help. So, this will help save my life? Suddenly ninjas! Suddenly ninjas! Suddenly tentacles! What the hell? Alright, cool. Got it. I can't go. Actually, there's been a slight change of plan. Meet me at the local Hogwarts pickup stop, and I will tell you all about it. Why can't you tell me now? Wait. How do you even know about the local Hogwarts pickup stop? Are we talking about the same place? Let me think. No, I'm positive I never told anyone about that. I didn't even write it in my diary. There's literally no way you could have known about that. That thing that you just said. It's not scientifically possible! You are not scientifically possible! But you've got me really curious now. Something weird is clearly going on around here, and it involves my secret Hogwarts pickup stop. So I aim to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'll go to that spot now, and you'll come and meet me there. If we end up at the same spot, the spot which there is literally no possible way for you to know about, then you will have a lot of explaining to do. There's a click as the phone hangs up. Beautiful! Just look at that gorgeous scenery. You head directly out to Moores Hill, only to find Felicia has gotten there ahead of you. Given that she lives further away, you assume this means she was in a hurry. The hill is peaceful, and the stars are just starting to come out. You can see the whole town spread out in front of you. Felicia doesn't say anything until you approach. She doesn't even seem to be looking at you. Only after you sit down next to her does she finally acknowledge your presence. Alright, I'm here, and you have some explaining to do. Let's start with the big question. Just what exactly is going on? Tell me the truth. You can't handle the truth. Truth. Everything here, including you, is a video game that I'm playing. Go on. How does that explain you knowing things I've never told anyone? You did tell me, in an earlier playthrough. So it was me that told you, and I just don't remember it? Because it didn't happen in this session or something? I guess that makes sense, in a Twilight Zone kind of way. So what's all this about, this game I mean? What are you trying to do in it? I'm trying to see as much of my game as I can. I haven't explored this path yet. keep dying in stupid ways and the game ends, so I'm trying to figure out how to keep you alive. I'm trying to find a good ending. I haven't found one yet. Oh, so us going out to dinner as planned must have been a bad ending then? What exactly happened at dinner? Occasionally you got killed by ninjas. You died in a lot of stupid ways. Oh, that's pretty vague. Wait a minute. From the way you said that, exactly how many times have you had to watch me die? Is that true? Is that true? I don't know. That sounds about right. So far, 19 times in 8 different ways, because I'm bad at this game. Jeez, I had no idea. And you counted each one? No, the game just gave me that number. I'm just... truths. Oh, I can decide if that makes the whole thing a bit more macabre or less. So, let me get this straight. You're playing a game in which I seem destined to die if we go out to dinner. So this time you convinced me to come here instead of going to dinner, because if we go to dinner, I'm basically doomed. So, what does that mean now? Since we didn't go to dinner, am I in the clear? I don't know yet. Let's find out. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm hopeful. I'm not sure, but honestly, you've died everywhere else, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. I don't know yet. Let's find out. I haven't seen this one. Okay. Let's find out. Push? But I'm hopeful. Well, you're apparently the expert in me dying, so that's probably a good sign. So now what? I guess we just talk and see what happens? This is all too big to take in at once, almost. So I'm kind of out of my depth here. She laughed suddenly. I was going to say that I've never been in this situation before, so I'm not really sure how to react. But if what you're saying is true, I've been in this situation lots of times before so far. I still don't know how to react though. I'm kind of in shock and going on autopilot. I really want to not believe you about any of this, but somehow I know you're telling me the truth. Well, here we are. We successfully cheated my death, but even if it's only for a little bit. What should we talk about? What? That's it? Hey, look over there, at the burger shack. In the night stillness, the sound of gunshots are quite clear even from far away. Several blinking police lights appear and trace their way towards the burger shack. Just as they start to arrive, there is a bright flash and another loud noise. The burger shack now seems to be very much on fire. You know, I had been thinking about asking if you wanted to do burgers tonight. I guess we can see how that would have turned out. The night silence surrounds you. The time is about right. Check out the Thai restaurant. For a moment, neither of you can really see anything amiss, but then motion catches your eye. Felicia obviously sees it too. At first, it just... Oh, wow. So if I didn't see all of this, I wouldn't be able to, point out all the craziness. At first, it just looks like shadows flowing from rooftop to rooftop. What are those ninjas? Yeah, if we had Thai food, you would have been killed when they attacked the restaurant. But that's stupid. Ninjas are Japanese. Why would they show up at a Thai restaurant? This game of yours is kind of absurd, you know? The ninjas leap from rooftop to rooftop, almost eerie in the fluidity of their motions. Words, excuse me. When they reach the roof of the Thai restaurant, they regroup and then, in one smooth movement, flip over the roof and into the windows. The faint sound of yelling reaches you atop the hill. Suddenly there is a light and movement in the sky. A moment later another, and then the sky is full of them. Wah! Shooting stars raining from the sky, your own personal celestial fireworks display. Then she gets hit by a meteor. Oh, this is beautiful. Did you know these would be here? Is this why you picked this spot? She gazes up in silent wonder. If memory serves, things should be going down at the Taco Palace about now. She looks out toward the water. After a moment, she gives a small gasp. The Taco Palace is covered in motion. What? Yeah, the Taco Palace is covered in motion. At first, it's difficult to tell exactly what's going on, but then your brain starts to piece together what you're seeing. The entire building is covered in tentacles, livid green in the harsh illumination of the outdoor lamps. So, from the thrashing of the water, it is clear that they are attached to something truly massive. It never becomes visible, though. Instead, the Taco Palace supports buckle, and with a groan, the whole building is pulled into the churning water. Felicia is quiet, watching it sink under the waves. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but some of these ways I die apparently are straight out of B-movies. One of the shooting star catches your eyes, looking especially bright. I've told you, and then hits her and she dies. Wow, look at that one! With a monstrous roaring noise, it gets bigger and bigger, and there's a flash and a boom that you feel through your feet as much as your ears. When you can see again, there's a smoking crater centered almost exactly where Felicia was sitting. Son of a bitch! Her hat, still on fire, gently drifts to the ground at your feet. It is the only thing that survived the meteor's impact. Whomp whomp. Alright, one more time! Oh, man. I'm hopeful. Let's see. Actually, you should come sit on the other side of the bench. Oh, okay. More cheating death, I assume. So, what would it be this time? What? And spoil the surprise? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. Yeah, I like that. Fine, keep me in suspense. See if I care. She moves over to the opposite side of the bench. So, if that death is averted, what kills me after that? Or am I in the clear? Happy ending, here we come. I don't know yet. This is new to me too. Oh, exciting! But given that I've already died several times today, you'll understand if I remain a bit on edge. The night silence surrounds you. Check out the Thai restaurant. Taco Palace. When you can see again, there's a smoking crater about 10 feet across, centered almost exactly where Felicia had been sitting before she moved. Well, that was exciting. You even warned me and everything, and it was still scary. The shooting stars continue their silent, fiery cascade across the sky. Oh, what's that? Looks like the stars are changing color. You look up and realize she's right. Now the shooting stars are changing. Where before they were just quick white scratches against the sky, they are now slower streaks, and all of all different colors. What are they, aliens this time? They seem to be moving more slowly as well. One of the larger ones passes almost directly overhead. It looks a little odd, though. It almost seems like... Oh, come on! Flying saucers! Seriously! Told you. Fucking aliens. I don't mean to criticize, but this game of yours is not even pretending to take itself seriously anymore. I love this game! At that moment, there's a blinding green light and a sound not unlike a giant rubber band twanging. A shaft of light lances down from the saucers overhead and bathes you both in a greenish radiance. You have just enough time to hear Felicia mutter, seriously, before you are both reduced to stardust by aliens' cosmic rays. Seriously. What? Spoil the surprise? No, this is just temporary measure. Buys you like another 5 minutes tops. Figures. So what's gonna get me next? Okay, if you insist, you die when the aliens invade. Aliens? Like from across the border or the space kind? For real? You're serious? This day just keeps getting less and less plausible. Okay, so there will be space aliens. What comes after that? Hopefully a happy ending? I wouldn't mind one of those. Actually, let's talk about this game. I'm hoping that you can help me figure out what to do next, since I'm running out of ideas. Okay, I can invest a certain amount of interest in the topic. Where do you want to start? Buttons. Why is this game so hard? What am I missing here? I wish I could figure out how to win this. Do you have any ideas? Why do you think you keep dying? I wish I knew what this is all about. Why do you think you keep dying? Hey, that's kind of a personal question. She giggles. I don't know. I'm really not sure how to answer that. I mean, I haven't exactly been kicking over tombstones or tripping old gypsy ladies or anything lately. I can honestly say that this was a bit outside my experience. I don't really have any idea why it keeps happening. How would you even go about diagnosing something like that? Excuse me, doctor, but can you tell me why I'm doomed? I mean, I don't know. Let's think about this. How does it usually work in video games? Maybe I'm just supposed to die a tragic death, like Ares or something. Whoa! Spoiler alerts! Who is Ares? Shame on you. Whoa! You've ruined the game for everyone. Come on. Anyway. I love this game! Maybe it's like that. I'm supposed to die in order to, you know, embolden you, strengthen your resolve so you can complete your epic quest. But on the other hand, if the game always ends right after I die, and if there are a bunch of ways I can die, then that does seem to imply that you're supposed to find a way to avoid it. She seems to be lost in thought for a moment. I guess, don't take this the wrong way, but you could say I keep dying because of you. But on one hand, you could say I keep dying because we haven't figured out how to save me yet. But on a deeper level, you could say that I keep dying because you keep playing. For example, if you stopped after the first time I died, then I would have only died once. I'm not saying that that's preferable, but what would happen to me, to the world, if you just stopped playing? Would I stay dead? What if you quit the game before I died? What happens to a character in a story if the storyteller stops before he's done? Whoa! We're getting philosophical up in here. She falls silent again, lost in thought. Suddenly, there's a light, Oh, yeah. Did you know these would be here? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. It's almost time. What am I missing here? Well, according to you, what you're missing is the answer to a puzzle. Although, if you want my opinion, I think you might also be missing a clear idea of exactly what it will look like when you find it. But let's think it through. You've gotten this far by saving and reloading your games to make sure that you never make mistakes, right? But now you're worried that there might not actually be a choice where you can make that leads to what you want. If you reach the end of what you can accomplish with good choices, then all that's left are bad choices, right? What else can you do, right? If your choices are all bad ones, then you either have to pick one anyway or stop playing by the game's rules. She nervously fiddles with her hat for a moment. Did you ever see that movie Groundhog Day with Bill what's-his-name? Bill fucking Murray? No, I don't think... Yeah, I remember that movie. Oh, cool. Wasn't that a great movie? Anyway, I'm just thinking about how that movie ended. He kept doing all the things with the townsfolk and making changes, but ultimately he couldn't get out until he changed himself in some way. I wonder if this is sort of like that. Obviously, it isn't a perfect analogy, but maybe the choice you need to make to win isn't something that you can do, but rather something you have to be. Whoa! It's freaking deep! One of the shooting stars catches your eye, looking especially bright. Oh, I didn't move her. Did I? Oh, yeah, no, I did. Why is this game so hard? I wanna know what that one is. I don't know. I mean, if you've done a reasonable job so far, right? Apparently you've saved me from a lot of things that might have happened. So I guess you're doing okay so far. I suppose. Yeah, but now I'm stuck. But that's just me figuring out how not to lose. I still don't know how to win. I guess that's true. Although I guess one question I have is, what do you mean, win? What would winning a game like this mean? What exactly are you looking to get out of this? I guess congratulations you win would be nice. An ending different from all the others, ideally where you don't die. I don't know, I guess I just want the game to tell me that I've won. No, I want her to not die. Like that one ending where she went on to have a happy life. That was technically a win. Are you really just waiting for the game to pat you on the head and say, well done, you finally did the right thing? Well, how about this? I'm part of the game, right? Can I do it? Here. Congratulations! A winner is you! You have beaten the game! Well done! I assumed that made the message you were looking for show up on your screen. Does that count? Yes, I win! A winner is me! Awesome! Glad I could help! I'm still totally going to die from aliens, aren't I? Yep. Figures. So, you seem convinced that it's even possible to win this game, how do you know that a good ending even exists? Making a game with no good endings would be kind of a dick move. That's pretty much how I feel. I don't mind, but I really want a good ending. I understand the fact that there has to be a bad ending, but I'm a very happily ever after driven kind of person, and I get very sad when it's not happy. There's kind of an implicit contract when someone gives you a puzzle that it has a solution. Not having one would be like a maze with no exits. What would the point be? I'm not sure. Maybe to see how long you'll look for one? That's true. I mean, I'm heading up on an hour on this. Or to bring attention to the idea that all mazes have exits. Or maybe it's just to force you to pick for yourself where you want to stop, rather than pointing to a spot and telling you that that's where you should try to go. The shooting stars continue their silent, fiery cascade across the sky. Why is this game so hard? I assume it's hard because it's trying to tell one of us something. Although I guess the other option is that you're just bad at games. That could be true. But it sounds like you've already made it a ways in this one. If you've averted my death multiple times already. Maybe the problem is just that you're looking for the wrong thing. You've got this far by saving and reloading, until you have a day where you've done everything perfectly, right? And now we're here. She gestures up at the sky, still covered in shooting stars. Which, honestly, is still kind of perfect in its own way. Even though that I'm probably going to die soon, it's still kind of magical. She's quiet for a moment. This actually reminds me of a different game now that I think of it. Did you ever play Chrono Trigger back on Super Nintendo? Yeah! Yeah, wasn't that game great? It had that ending, though. That reminds me of this. Do you remember how the game ended if you died? Whenever you hit a game over, it would show you the world of the future, right as the disaster hit. Explosions spread across it, and you saw the planet from space slowly turning gray. And then it had this horrible alien sound, and words appeared saying, "But the future refused to change." Gave me chills as a kid, honestly. Was way more powerful than just a generic game over screen. Anyway, it just reminded me of it because, yeah, all of this. You're basically trying to do the same thing, fix the bad future that you know is coming. But it keeps refusing to budge. I'm not sure what to suggest. If you were playing Chrono Trigger, you could go punch an alien until the future got better. That solution might be applicable to this or might not be applicable until, to this problem though. Blah, blah. She sighs. That was such a good game. Look, I think your aliens have arrived. The city is burning. Sure enough, the air is now full of flying saucers whizzing about. Several buildings are visibly on fire. Well, I guess you were right about, well, all of this. It's probably safe to stop hoping that this is all some kind of trick or something. Somehow, though. Whoa. Okay, looping sound. I knew ever since we came up here that what you were saying was true. I'm glad we waited for it like this. It feels braver somehow, facing it head on. I guess this is the end. Got any last words for me? Do you think this is the ending the author had in mind? How should I know? We've already established that I'm probably not a good source of insight into the author's mind. That being said, though, somehow I doubt it. Yay! Or that was just really false encouragement to keep playing. At that moment, there's trying. You have just enough time to see Felicia's flash you at least one infectious grin before you're both reduced to stardust by aliens' cosmic rays. Bwomp bwomp, your date ended in disaster. Okay. I wish I knew what all this is about. Ha, that's a pretty big question. I assume you mean the game that you're playing, but you have to admit, game or no game, it's the right kind of question to be pondering on a hilltop looking up at the stars. Heck, I can't see the game, I see the absurd things that have been going on tonight, and your explanation rings true and all. But from my point of view, I'm not in a game, and it's still a good question. Maybe the answers are the same. You're basically asking, why do bad things happen, right? that's something people have been asking since forever. I guess. I doubt I'll get a satisfactory answer from a game, though. Maybe, but the bad things seem pretty darn determined in your case. Yes, I guess they do, don't they? Maybe we're asking the wrong question then. After all, the game is clearly about something. Well, I don't know what the game looks like from your end, but from mine, well, I can't see what's going on, or see anyone going through the trouble of making a game as weird as this without having something on their mind that they wanted to say. Say, what does this game look like anyway? To me, it just looks like, life. What's it like for you? Instead of like a visual novel, I see pictures and pick from choices on a menu. It has hyper-realistic graphics and real-time quad... What? I don't want to talk about it. No, it's visual novel. Oh, that sounds pretty low budget. Yeah, well, the paint city lights and stars. That's too bad. If I'm not actually real, my whole existence is actually a lie and all that. It would be nice to at least know it was a high-budget lie with nice graphics. Suddenly there's a light and movement in the sky, a moment later the sky is full of them. I don't think... Oh. Okay. I didn't know that actually watching the shooting stars would lead anywhere. Have you ever thought about how some stories work? Yeah. I like writing. Oh, cool. Me too. I used to think about them all the time. Not about particular stories, but about how they work as a medium and why we love them so much. Right! Have you ever thought about where a story lives? Like, where it... I don't know how to really say this. Where it exists. Right, because, people are always complaining if something's copying something, but you have to admit that there's only a very small, group of topics that anybody can cover. So it's kind of hard nowadays, with everything that's out, to come up with an original idea. I used to think that stories lived in, books, or in the mind of the person telling the story, or whatever. But I think stories live in the brain of whoever's listening to it. Yes! When someone tells us a story, we go along with whatever they say, because that's the easiest thing to do. But what if they stopped telling us what to do? What if someone told you a story, and then stopped before telling you how it ends? Is the story dead forever, doomed to be forever unfinished? What if you like the story and you want an ending? Even if you didn't start it, are you allowed to finish it yourself? It's in your head at that point, right? You can do whatever you want with it. Who's going to stop you? And then, what if they did finish the story, but you just didn't like how it ended? That's what fanfiction is for. What if you just decided that it ended in a different way than what they said? The very act of storytelling is itself a deeply collaborative activity, right? They have to tell a story, and you have to play it out in your mind while they tell you. That's how it works, right? What would happen if the audience rebelled and played a different story in their minds than the one that was being told? Would that story be any less valid or real? You can't just stop reading before you get to the last page and write your own. Watch me. Even if you don't like the ending, it's still the official ending. You can't just change the ending because I can't just change the ending because I disagree with it. What, isn't that what I'm trying to do? Are you suggesting that I just, imagine a better ending? Yeah, I guess so. This is a game, right? If regular storytelling wasn't collaborative enough already, game storytelling kicks it up to a whole new level. In a book or a movie, the author can at least know that you'll read everything exactly as he wrote it. Someone writing a game, though, already has to cede a ton of control to the player just to make it a game. The player can already make the game tell an entirely different story than the one the author envisioned, just in how they play. Maybe they make the hero die instead of save the day. Maybe they don't turn out to be bad enough dude to save the president at all. So, if you can do that, do you even need the game to tell you the rest of the story? If I'm in a story and the ultimate controller of the story is you, then theoretically you should be able to just decide that it ends however you want, and it will. Maybe you're right. I will give it a try. I have faith. You can make the story go wherever you want. All you have to do is stop listening to the game's plans for the story and start following your own. This is like some Stanley Parable shit going on. Although, if you're taking suggestions for the ending, might I suggest that I'd love to win the lottery and own a private tropical island. Just saying. So, you're still here, and I'm still here. You've already been mangling the story by reloading, restarting, and undoing your choices after you see where they lead. Why are you getting cold feet now? What's the problem here? Seriously, quit the game. Walk away. Write whatever ending you want for me in your head. Whatever you imagine by yourself will be every bit as real and valid as whatever the game is telling you to imagine. Why are you still here? Why haven't you started writing your own ending yet? Because I keep clicking and you keep saying words and there's no game over screen. Because I'm still in this game. I'm deciding where things go now. It doesn't work like that because I want to see if there's any good dialogue or clues in this branch before I leave. It's hard to just walk away and closing it down while it's still telling me a story. Oh, I guess I was expecting something more immediate and dramatic. I guess I'm not really in a position to criticize, though. So what happens now? I assume it's safe for me to go home now without dying of stupidly. That feels kind of anticlimactic. She walks over to her bike, parked next to the statue on top of the hill. Somehow you're not even surprised when the statue starts to lean and then topples over directly onto her. Son of a bitch! It's hard to walk away. Oh, I see. It's hard for you. Because, of course, you're not the one who's going to die shortly in the story. Again. Alright, fine. You know what? I'm going to see if I can't force the issue. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit right here and wait for the aliens to show up. Jeez, I sound like a crazy person when I say that. Look what you've driven me to. That's not the point. I'm still mad at you. So you can either walk away from the game before they show up to kill me, and then you can fill in whatever story you want, or you can sit here and watch me die again, knowing that you know full well how to stop it, and you either won't or can't. She sits there, glaring at you. Better decide quickly. I think I see some flying saucers in the sky now. Well, here they come. I hope you make up your mind soon. Well. Shaft of... Okay. Because I want to see... Seriously? What the heck? Are you for real? You don't think you've ever seen her this angry before. You're sitting there telling me that you agree, but then you're just not willing to take responsibility for the story? All because you want to see if there's anything interesting before the game inevitably kills me? I cannot believe you! Fine. You want something interesting? I wouldn't dream of disappointing you. I'm leaving. Is that interesting enough? If you do, the statue will fall over on your way out. If I stay, I'll just die some other way. If you're just here to explore dialogue trees, then why should I help? I'm leaving. Predictably, that's when the statue falls on her. Okay. One more. Let's see what this one. Okay, you've made your point. Wait. She turns around suddenly. No, I don't think I have, actually. Here's the deal. I'm leaving now. If you're right, I'll probably die soon anyway. On the other hand, if I'm right, then you can just make this end whenever you want, just by deciding not to listen to when the game says, and then Felicia died or whatever. So if you really want conversation, you're going to have to make a choice. You can keep playing and letting the game dictate its story to you, and watch me bike away until my tire explodes or whatever it is that kills me this time. Or you can take responsibility for the stories going on in your own head and make them go wherever you want. And then we can actually have all the conversations you want. The choice is yours, but you better decide quickly, because I'm leaving. She walks over to bite. Predictably, that's when the statue falls on her. Don't think that's a good idea. Don't care. Okay. I like how it's actually a really deep storyline. It doesn't work like that. It was worth a try, I guess, although I'm still not quite sure how it can not work like that. I don't understand how it's different from, oh, I don't know, me making up stories about my family in The Sims when I'm not playing. Right? Or something. Anyway, what now? One of the shooting star catches your eyes, looking especially bright. Okay. I think that's it. I really do. So this is when the aliens show up. This will be novel if nothing else. I guess if I'm going to die, I might as well enjoy the spectacle. Will you reload after I'm dead? You know, or I know I won't remember this then, but will you be back? No, I give up. This is too hard. Yes, I haven't figured this out yet, and I'm not about to give up. No, I actually think I know how to win. This is the last time. That's good. That makes me feel better somehow, even though it doesn't change anything for me now. It still makes me feel better. So, the part where I die, will it hurt? Not for me, at any rate. I don't really want to talk about it's going to happen either way. Let's not dwell on it. I don't know. What? But I thought you'd done it before. Or, right, I guess you don't end up feeling it. You just get your game over screen and you're done. Doesn't seem quite fair, honestly. But I guess that's life. Or, you know, whatever. Hmm. Yeah, but anyway, this was about a guy who's a total jerk to everyone, and then he has this day, Groundhog Day, where he just can't get out. Like, every morning, no matter what he does during the day, he wakes up and it's Groundhog Day again. And at first he's like, this sucks, and sulks a lot. Then he's like, this is awesome, and uses his knowledge of how the day will go to totally mess with everyone. Like, by the end, he's learned everything about everyone in town and can surprise people with things like, hey, how's your novel coming? And they're all confused, and since they never told him about it, except they did last time he replayed the day. Except then he goes back to this sucks because he is still stuck on the same day forever with people who he is knows intimately now, but who never remember him each morning when it resets. He kept doing all the things with the townfolk and making changes, but ultimately he couldn't get out until he changed himself in some way. Yeah. I'll see you again. I know. You just have that look somehow, even if I won't remember any of this next time around. I'm glad I got to be here. Thanks for everything, I mean, for going to so much trouble on my account at all. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. I'm not really sure there's a way to win this game. Video game. Huh. Trying to figure out how to keep you alive. That's pretty dark. Sea monster. Oh my god! 28 times in 11 different ways. Sure. No, actually you're still kind of doomed. Oh, so why did you bother bringing me here then? We can take longer here. You die a lot sooner if we go out to dinner. We talk about different things up here than we do down there, and I need your help. I'm hoping you can help me figure out what I'm missing. Come sit on the bench. I don't know if there's a way to win this game. I guess they're right. Probably. Maybe the storyteller isn't really the ultimate authority. Maybe they're just making suggestions and hoping people will follow them. You get the impression that there was something more she wanted to say, but then she lapses back into silence, apparently deep in thought. Okay, so like I killed that one. Sure, it's the official ending. That doesn't mean it has to be the ending I chose. Right. Can't just change the... yeah. But aren't you already doing that every time you reloaded from a save game? Every time you hit an ending you didn't like, you restarted to try something different. How are those any different? Aren't you already changing the story when you're dissatisfied with the direction it goes? You get the impression that there was something more she wanted to say. Oops. Piddle. Oh well. No, I think I know how to win this time. Oh, that's wonderful news. What was it? What was the solution? I lied. I don't actually know. I was just hoping that if I said the answer would show up as a menu option. That's kind of cruel. Oh, dang. Well, it was worth a try, I guess. So, the part where I die. I wish I could be more help. I feel like I haven't been very helpful so far, except for occasionally following instructions are not to not die. I guess if this really was all a video game and I'm a character in it, and this game wants me dead, then I probably won't be allowed to just hand you the answer. If this is a video game and you're spending all of your time trying to save me, I wonder if it means it will get blasted for promoting unfortunate gender stereotypes. Get another helpless video game girl to the rescue. Or to rescue. Why can't we advance the medium beyond the Stone Age stereotypes, which always treat women as mere objects to be rescued? That would serve the author right. Although, I guess the one question I have is, what do you mean win? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I like this one. No, not really. I guess I'm not official enough or something. I'd go grab my top hat and monocle, but I doubt I have time at this point. So, you seem convinced that it's even possible to win this game. How do you know that a good ending exists? Boop. Dick move. Yeah, maybe. Although, not all books end happily. Maybe not all games do either. Bullshit! I want my happily ever after! What does seem like a weird game to make, though? A happy start to a day and then everything just ending badly no matter what you do. I guess it could be commentary on the pointlessness of life and, oh, the sadness, everything will die, woe is me. But if I had to rate my life so far, or even my day so far, it doesn't feel like a goth emo game of darkness and howling void. That's good, I guess. I don't know. I don't pretend to know what this is all about, but from what you've told me and what I've seen, I don't think it's as simple as that. But I don't know what the author is, but I don't think the author is just saying, haha, you've played my game with no ending for however long you wasted your time, lol. I don't know, it's starting to feel that way. Look, I think your aliens have arrived. Probably safe to stop hoping this is some sort of trick. Goodbye. She actually smiles at that. It almost looks absurd, set against such the backdrop of destruction. You too. You take care, you hear? I hope you find what you're looking for. Puzzle. That's usually true, I guess. I wonder if the author of the game agrees with you. I guess you could make the puzzle that was missing a piece or something if you were trying to make a statement. Like a box of jigsaw pieces missing a single piece as a prestigious art installation. I don't know. Does this game feel pretentious to you? A little? Could be then. She leans back and goes quiet for a moment. Although, I guess if you have a box full of jigsaw pieces and you're missing a piece, the message might just be look outside the box. Ha ha. Okay. No. Maybe it's not it then. She leans back. Yep, alright. Well. That is, I don't even, Well. What's this? Oh. Meh. Well, that was Save the Date. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there because I'm starting to feel like there is no... I mean, maybe they were right. Maybe we should write our own ending for this story. For however you think that Felicia should survive and everybody lives happily ever after and it's, rainbows and sunshine and happiness. Not aliens and sea monsters and death by ninjas. Yeah. I was hoping for something a little bit more happily ever after on Valentine's Day. But, I think it's trying to make a good point. You make your own happiness. You make your own happily ever after. That's what life is. It's all in how you see it. I don't know. It's a free game, so if you think that you want to try and see if you can find the ending, let me know if you do, because I kind of want to know. But I've exhausted all the options I could find that seemed to make any difference whatsoever. I don't know. But it was an adorable game. Very philosophical. I liked it. Good job, Chris Cornell. And everybody else, you have a happy and safe Valentine's Day. Whatever you're doing with it. Until next time, peace out, y'all.